That down. Let's move on to this. Wicked. It's almost here. What's the release date on Wicked? Is it the 22nd?
I think so.
Is it like 10 days away? Dear heavens. It's almost here. I still remember being at CinemaCon 2 CinemaCons ago. 2 CinemaCons ago. And them showing us a presentation for Wicked, a movie I was not all that interested in because I'm not the target demo, and being blown. You were there for that one.
Mm-hmm.
We were blown away by what they showed us. Like, I went, oh my God, am I excited about Wicked now? Yes, I was. And then at this past CinemaCon back in April, they showed us another presentation for it, and I got even more excited about it. And I've been telling people, this movie's going to be big. And no, it's not. Nobody cares about Wicked. No one's going to watch this. Okay, guys, I've just been telling you, this movie's going to be very big. And it sounds like it might be a heavy hitter for awards presentations too, because according to IndieWire, the Academy just did a special screening for Academy voters, and it got what IndieWire is calling a rare standing ovation from Academy members. This comes to us from IndieWire, wrote the following. Universal is revealing Wicked to Academy voters and media as the film adaptation of the global musical juggernaut finally heads for screens on November 22nd. Well, there it is. On Sunday afternoon, the Academy screening at the Samuel Golden Theater on Wilshire, I've been to a few screenings there, it's a great place to watch a movie, drew some 900 attendees, the best showing since last year's Oppenheimer, and drew a rousing standing ovation as the credited role. And it's not the only awards body to do a screening. On Friday night, when the DGA, the Directors Guild of America, hosted a screening and a Q&A for SAG, that's the Screen Actors Guild, and Academy members as well as the press attenders were also ebullient? Ebullient? It's not a word I use often. Sandwiched between the two was the film's Hollywood premiere. All right. So while I am flabbergasted that there are still people out there, some of you, in our own comments section, who still insist this movie's not going to be big. 300 million tops, 300 maybe, 250, 350, maybe 400 million.
I'm feeling generous. 150 mil.
150 million. Not opening weekend. Like, seriously, people tell me it's going to make like 300 million tops. Okay. I think we are past that point. They're now projecting maybe 130 million opening weekend. But anyway, let's move past. Whatever the opening weekend's going to be, it's going to be. Who cares? But it's going to make a lot of money. But now it's sounding like it's not just going to be a big moneymaker. It sounds like it's actually going to be perhaps an award season contender. When you have these grumpy, when you have these jaded, many of them, Academy members at these sort of things, who, traditionally, I've argued in the last number of years, the Academy has changed. They are much more embracing genre content now and stuff like that. But still, traditionally, Academy and their voters have been a little bit resistant to genre stuff. You get in something like Wicked with fairy princesses and green witches flying on brooms and whatever. For that to get a standing ovation from that audience, and then the Directors Guild and SAG and people from there, with those audience losing their minds for it, it sounded like this movie, Wicked, could end up being one of those rare mixtures of a huge box office hit and be an award season darling. And I got to tell you, I'm not surprised to hear this. Because again, I think all told, between the two presentations, I've probably seen about 20 minutes of the movie. It's not a lot. That's more than most movies you get an advanced screening at. And I just got to tell you, I have been, as somebody who is not inclined to like this kind of content normally, I've loved what I've seen. So I'm not surprised to hear this. Anyway, Chris, you are reading about the reactions this thing is now getting. We did a report last week on the first reactions we've heard coming out of some screenings that were really super high. Now we're hearing Directors Guild people are loving it. SAG members are loving it. The Academy is loving it. Are you surprised to hear this kind of receptions? Where's your expectations like right now? And how big can it be? And should we actually expect to maybe hear Wicked's name come award season?
Oh, we absolutely will, I think. I think this is going to be huge. This is a wildly popular musical that Jonathan put this in the chat too. I mean, the soundtrack sold like bananas. Like, it's crazy how much this musical is made just from its stage presentation, right? I've seen this on Broadway. I've seen it in the West End. It's an amazing, amazing show. And it looks like this adaptation was done really beautifully. Perry Nemiroff's review of this is one of my favorites, talking about how the medium is used so well here to not only pay tribute to the show, but tweak things so it makes sense for a movie. That all being said, standing ovations I tend to not believe because, Indiana Jones, the latest one, got a standing ovation.
But did you see the first 5 minutes?
But it's who gave the standing ovation.
Sure.
That's the part to me.
And I understand that. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to more of hearing about the merit of the film, just because we keep hearing all these, at Cannes, we stood for 15 minutes for Joker 2. Why?
Well, that's customary anyway. I mean, that's
that's what I mean when I say it's important to me, not that it got a standing ovation. Who and where did it get that ovation?
But I also don't think this is surprising for the Academy to be so in love with this. This ticks a lot of boxes for them. It's a musical adaptation. It is a huge scale film. This is not shot on a volume. These are practical sets. This is movie making at the most ideal version of what we all assume a big budget movie is. This is kind of what a movie about a movie would be, right? Big scale, huge musical numbers, sweeping cinematics. So I think that it's absolute Oscar bait. And if done well, particularly with these two leads, particularly with Cynthia, who has a voice like nobody else's. She has crazy, crazy vocal control and range. I think this is going to sweep award nominations.
I mean, don't even get me started on Photoshop sales.
Oh my gosh, those Photoshop sales through the roof.
Costume and set design.
Costume design, set design.
Maybe song. If the main song is really good.
I don't know that it qualifies. I don't know unless they put in an original song into it. I don't think the song will qualify.
Yeah.
But to the point that both you guys just made, like you were mentioning about practical sets, Ray talking about the set design. I remember in the first CinemaCon presentation they did, they showed us footage, and then they came out and like, oh yeah, that rolling hillscape and everything, that's not CG. We literally brought in, what was it, like 2 million?
2 million poppies.
We brought in 2 million flowers to dress a physical set to shoot it. And we were like, what?
Yeah.
It's like it was made in the 40s.
Yeah, they really adapted. I mean, they're using the best of new technology, but also adapting old school ways to make this stuff. So I think this is going to make a lot of people happy who are really into the physical sets and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They're doing that with Wicked. And so, again, it's going to be really interesting to see how this all turns out. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Miracle Made. Guys, it's hot outside and your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. So if you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. There are just so many things that make these sheets so fantastic. We already mentioned the self-cooling properties for better quality sleep, but they're also self-cleaning. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. So go to trymiracle.com/Campea. That's TRYMIRACLE.com/Campea to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Campea at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Campea and use the code Campea to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Campea to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The DGA, SAG, the Academy apparently are loving this film to go along with the first reactions that were glowing about it. How big do you think it'll be? I'm not sure it'll be the biggest film of the year. Like, I don't know that it's going to beat out Moana or Inside Out 2 or Deadpool 3, but yeah, anybody still thinking this movie's going to make like $300 million? I think you're crazy. Anyway, whatever you guys think about this, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.